Hey everybody, this is Ryan Wheeler, your Shreveport Bossier real estate expert. Today I'm here with my great friend Trey McGuire, continuing my series highlighting people in the community that I think that you need to know about. But first, before we get started, I want to make sure that you guys like, share, tag, send this out to everybody that with Trey and his pages. So Trey McGuire, Warrior Network. So we're going to talk about Trey and give us about 10 minutes. So if you can spare about 10 minutes, get to know Trey and go about your day. And as usual, we're not here to talk about real estate, but I'd be remiss if I didn't give a shout out saying, hey, this is the perfect time to buy, sell. And I'm with team Ofa Phillips and Diane Gibson at Remax here in Bossier City. So if you need any help with that, give us a call. So with that, let's get to know Trey McGuire. Trey,
that's right.
Thank you for meeting with me today.
Absolutely. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for allowing us to be here.
Of course. So could you please go ahead, and for those that don't know you, could you please tell us a little bit about yourself and your background?
My name's Trey McGuire. I am from the small town of Vivian, Louisiana, right about 45 minutes north of here. I actually live here on Barksdale Air Force Base as a civilian running a nonprofit, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. But just recently turned 35 years old, so jumped out and started this nonprofit a while back. But I'm a pastor by trade, minister. I've worked in ministry around here for the past 10 years at a couple of churches around here, and just do what we can to help take care of these guys. Me and my wife Tiffany, we've been married for about 8 years, and we have a mother-in-law living with us, and our dog Molly over here eating her feet.
All right, well, you're probably best known around these parts as the Warrior Network guy. So I think that'd be fair to say, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
So can you talk a little bit about the Warrior Network, what it's about, what its mission is?
The Warrior Network is simply a 3-year-old nonprofit. We're going to turn 3 on May 1st. And we jumped out and created this thing a little while ago off of an event called the Warriors Thanksgiving Feast, which we'll talk about here in a little bit.
Sure.
But really with the intent of taking care of our service members. Not just here at Barksdale, but also all over our Shreveport Bossier Arklatex area. And we want to help take care of these guys, meet their needs, whether they be relational, spiritual, physical, or emotional. We have a board of directors. We've got a small staff. We all do this for free.
Yeah.
But we are a 501c3 nonprofit here, licensed in Louisiana to operate. And like I said, our mission is simple: serving the serving, and to provide a family for these men and women and their families who really don't have anybody around here besides the people who live in their household or the few friends that they may have at work or something. We want to come alongside them and be that local family for them while we're here.
Okay. And you recently left the associate pastor at Freedom Church.
I did.
Can you describe or explain what caused you to do that?
I've been working in ministry for the past 10 years. Like I said, and at a couple churches, Bel Air, Brookwood, and then most recently Freedom. I took a position as associate pastor there about 1.5 years ago, and as that has evolved, so is my passion for the network and our taking care of our service members and stuff. So instead of continuing to burn the candle at every end, the wife and I have been praying about what this would look like if we just took a leap of faith and jumped out there and did this more full time. So here we are. That is the reason. Everything is good. We're going to continue to perfectly be members of Freedom and still worship there and all that. But we felt that we would be best served to really jump out and dig deep into this thing we call the Warrior Network.
All right, and you just said something that I was thinking about: a leap of faith. So this definitely is leaving security,
right? And
you're jumping out there, hoping or knowing that God will provide, and knowing that the doors have been opened and things are falling into place. And speaking of things falling into place, you recently have some new headquarters, if you will, right up there in Northgate. You want to tell us about that?
At actually zero cost to us because of a generous donor.
Yeah, awesome.
We have new office space, which is right outside of Northgate of Barksdale, behind the skating rink at the Bossier City Office Park. A little 2-room suite there, a little humble beginnings of a little workplace that gives us some operation area and all that, place where people can come visit and do some counseling, do whatever would be necessary there, and do some work, meet with anybody, all that good stuff. We've got a room set up for counseling. We're actually going to partner up with Clint Davis Counseling here in our local area, and he's going to do some counseling
Okay.
out of our offices area. So we'll give them a little Bossier area too. So they're a good partner with us as well. But it also got the operations out of my living room, and which we live here on base for a purpose, which is simply to be that family. Our door is open for service members and stuff to walk in, to come sit on our couch, to hang out, to have dinner with us, to come and just visit, to come spend holidays, to come be a part of our life, to be a part of our family, literally. That's a massive value for us. So we wanted to kind of separate out the family side, and also give me and my wife time to where we're not feeling like we're at work. And this isn't work, but to feel like we're not doing the busy work of the network all the time. And it also gives us a home base to go to and do all that, while freeing us to better use where we live to as a place of service, and not necessarily as a place of work. So when people come into this house, I want them to come and find a safe place for them to just be themselves, and not feel like they walked into our office.
Now, a lot of folks might find that to be a little unusual. Maybe some, kind of shy away and think, "Is this guy for real?" Right? So, what questions can you answer, knowing that you're going to get these kind of questions, or already do? What are some of your top questions that you maybe can settle right now and put some folks at ease, I guess, a little bit?
We are, oh Lord, we are a faith-based organization. That's one of the number one questions I get is, you're a faith-based organization. What does that look like with the military and stuff? Well, we have a memorandum of agreement with the chapel, memorandum of understanding with the base chapel. So we operate through them. They're our main source of operations and stuff. Anything we do on base here, we operate with the Barksdale Chaplains Corps, which is valuable friendship to us, and we love serving them and love empowering their ministry and mission and stuff as well. But we also get the question a lot, well, what if I go and sit down and I'm not a person of faith? I get that question a lot, and a lot of times that's a hard question to understand. But I want us to be known for our service, known for our genuine love, and when it comes to things of faith, if people have a question or the conversation leads to things of faith, man, we're going to go there. But at the same time, if it doesn't, we're not going to shove that. We're not going to push that. They know. I want them to know. Scripture teaches they will know you are my disciples by your love. I want them to know that there is something different about us, and that's how we love them, how we take care of them, how we're here for them, no matter what, whether they're of faith or not. And that is where the faith-based side of this thing comes into. So that's a big question we get a lot of times, and which when I answer it that way, people are like, I get it. Okay, that makes perfect sense. And then also show respect. I want to be able to we're able to show respect for where people are when it comes to their faith, what their background is, what their history is. We serve a people who, over half of them, don't want anything to do with this whole Jesus thing, and we have to learn how to be respectful of that. And I wasn't even prepared to talk about that, but that's okay. But we have to be able to learn how to respect people of where they come from, where they are, and stuff like that, and not feel like we're going to judge them, condemn them, shove them off to the side, not serve them, not take care of them, not do what we can just because they may not be a Christian or something, or because they may have some other beliefs, or they may be atheist or agnostic or anything like that. So that's a big value of ours, and I know for a lot of people that may not make sense, but that's where we operate. And like I said, I want people to know our love, our genuine concern and care for them, and through that, see Jesus in that.
Well, you're also known for putting on the annual Thanksgiving Warrior Feast.
Yes.
And I know it's been growing exponentially over the years. I'm not sure if it's going to be even bigger this next year. It may be, and you're smiling as if you know something I probably don't. But you want to talk about that a little bit?
If I had my way, it would always grow.
Sure.
But I also know that we can't feed all of Barksdale, and that's not our mission.
I see. Yeah.
But so we have reached our cap last year.
Okay.
3 years. Well, when we started this thing, actually, the whole Warrior Network came out of this event that me and a friend of mine created called the Warriors Thanksgiving Feast. back on November 23rd of 2014. And standing in that room in the old boat store, Reeves Marine, here in South Bossier, I really believe that we were given this mandate and mission to start a nonprofit, to start the network. What would it look like if we partnered the community together, whether that's the business community, faith-based community, nonprofit community? What would it look like if we just partnered all of them together to meet the needs of our military? And out of that event, about 5 months later, actually, we incorporated as a nonprofit. So really, the event was first, and the drive and the everything else came later. But since that first Warriors Thanksgiving feast, the very beginning, that night, we this past year, November 19th of 2017, our last event, we served 800 service members and their families Thanksgiving dinner inside the Shreveport Convention Center. Our budget has over quadrupled for that event, thanks to the generous donations of our lead sponsors like Barksdale Federal Credit Union, Costia and Stillman Orthodox, even Northrop Grumman jumped in this year, and there's many other organizations that partner with us. There's probably over 50 organizations that help make that event possible, whether that's churches or business or whatever. The same thing with, I know where you're going on the next one, the same thing with our Kid Fest event that's about to happen in 3 days. From right about right now.
So let's make a quick plug for Kids Fest 2018. This is another one of your big, pushes that you and community gives. Go ahead and talk about that.
Kid Fest is our big carnival event. This is number 3. So this in 2018 we're going to have our 5th Warriors Thanksgiving feast, and this was our 3rd Kid Fest event. Kid Fest, like I said, is a massive carnival to where we do. We have games, inflatables, food. You would think I wouldn't have to think about this. I've been pushing it for the past several months. But games, inflatables, food, displays like security forces on bases coming out doing canine demonstrations. We're going to have rides. We actually have 2 rides that's going to be there this year: a swinging ship and some big swings. We've got a gyrosphere thing that people are going to be able to get in and throw up when they get off of. It's going to be an epically awesome event, hopefully, and we are beyond excited to do that and to partner with, again, over about 40 different organizations to help make this thing possible. There are tons of moving parts with this event, and it all comes to a head about midday on Saturday at the Bossier Civic Center, when everything just starts coming together. And then 5 o'clock we're going to open the doors, and the past 2 years we've been able to serve about 1,500 people each year. And it's only military. Like, we check military IDs. For security purposes and to make sure that we know, this event is only for military. We have right now we've got about 100 community volunteers that have signed up to volunteer with us, and we've got like the Airman Leadership School here on Barksdale. They're sending out several men and women that are going to come serve with us also. But there are tons of moving parts to this machine. But these are our 2 biggest events that we do every year. They're our flagship events. And I always say this, the cool event, if we have a cool event and we do it big and we have a bunch of people show up, but we don't build a relationship with one person, we have completely failed when it comes to an event. That's the heart of the network. We want to know people. If they don't leave knowing that, there's now a people in our community or we live in a community where, man, when life happens for me, I now have a place where I can go. If they don't leave there with that mindset, then we're not doing something right. Does that make sense?
It makes sense,
we want to be that. We don't want to be known for big events. We've actually scrapped a couple of our events for this year so that we can better serve in other avenues, so that we can create new programs, which we're fixing to do. We're actually going to make an announcement at Kid Fest about something new that we're starting and new that we're going to do. So there's a little intrigue there.
A little
cheap plug. But Sorry, my nose was.
So folks need to come out 5 o'clock.
Yes.
This Saturday.
This Saturday.
Bossier Civic Center.
Yes.
Military only. Bring your family. Bring the kids. Expect a lot of fun. There's going to be an announcement.
Right.
Obviously. So okay. All right. And how about volunteers? You still need
Volunteers. We could still use a couple volunteers.
Okay.
If you want to come and serve and be a part of Kid Fest, you can do that.
Any particular needs? I mean,
we're going to have everything from people serving food to work manning inflatables to helping make sure the trash is cleaned out and greeting people, check in, the whole 9 yards.
Do you need to be military to volunteer?
No. Actually, we only take single military or military that doesn't have kids for this event. Okay. Because if you have children, you can't volunteer because you're supposed to come to it.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So I usually don't allow military with children to volunteer because we want you to come and enjoy, not come and work.
And I'll put a military plug out there. Hey, airmen, single folks out there, military, a great EPR plug, EPR bullet. So we'll just say that one.
Sorry, my dog is wanting to jump in on the shot, but that's okay.
Well, is there anything else that you want folks to know about you, the Warrior Network, your family, your mission? I mean, anything else that maybe we left out?
Really and truly, we are about taking care of our people. That's another reason I resigned from my position at my church, was simply because I always said when we started, if we got too busy to be with our people, then something was wrong. And I got to that place to where I felt like I couldn't be with the men and women that God's called us to serve because I was just too busy. I was running all over the place and stuff, and that something had to change. Yeah. And that was one of those things that one of the reasons why. So we're about our people. We're not about ourselves. We're not about our logo. We're not about anything. We are simply about taking care of our people. And when that happens, we're succeeding. Okay. If you want to get involved, we need volunteers all the time. We're just going to start a new thing called Serve Your City Saturdays, where we actually empower military to come out and serve somewhere in our community once a month. All right. Yeah. To partner up with an organization or something like that and serve somewhere. All so right. We're going to help go clean out a park here in a couple weeks. But if you want to get involved on either side, military, civilian, whatever, if you want to get involved, go to our website, www.thewarriornetwork.org. If you want to volunteer for Kid Fest, same website, /KidFest. And you can scroll down, there's a volunteer form, there's get involved forms. If you want to give, we do not ask military to give to us. That comes from our civilians. So if you want to give financially, you're what helps keep the lights on. Right.
Same website,
/give.
Give. Okay.
TheWarriorNetwork.org/give. If you want to make a donation or something, it's tax deductible. We're a 501c3. Yeah. So that would be beneficial.
All right, Trey. Awesome. Well, folks, you see that this man and his is all about service. So go to the Warrior Network, be part of the community, be part of our local community, our outside community, help each other, and make sure you like this video, share this video, comment. Go find Trey. He's all over Instagram and the internet, and so just come make sure that you're part of what we've got going on.
And there's my dog who wanted to get involved. All right,
this
is Molly.
She's in. All right. Thanks everybody. Until next time, we'll see you.
Thank you, Ryan.
Yep.